Yeah, like how'd you work out like intimately your audience and your listeners so well?
It was built, so it started as like kind of this ask him and her perspective, and it was built by the audience filtering and asking the questions that they wanted answered by us. How to be in a great relationship, how to take care of yourself, how do you build an online business, how do you scale that business. So it really started with us providing the content, not necessarily from what we wanted to talk about, but what they wanted us to talk about. And over the years, we've maintained that really close connection. We're not only sharing the podcast on the audio channels, but we're going into social, we're sharing the newsletter, we're seeing what they're listening to, we're watching the analytics and seeing, okay, which guests do they respond really well to, topics, which categories, and then giving them more of what they're asking for. I think so many podcasters make a mistake where they don't put the audience first. They either put themselves first, the guests, the brand. Like, we really put the audience first and know that by doing so, they're going to support us in return by listening and sharing and growing.
I also think there's something to be said too about when I started the blog, I made a pact to myself to respond to all the comments for 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour at night. And I stood by that for like 9 years until it stopped working because I had to say no more instead of yes. And so I kind of just took a little bit of a step back, and I did a half an hour in the morning and a half an hour at night. And I still do that to this day, 13 years later. And it's almost like this direct connection with them because I'm able to like text and DM and email and engage in Facebook groups or whatever it is and really, really talk to who's listening. And I can't think of a lot of times in history where you've had access to literally the person who's consuming your content on such a massive scale.
Hey Founder Fam, we hope that you loved that clip. If you did, you can click through right here to watch the full interview. You don't want to miss this one. See you there.